What's my mother name?
What's up guys, KDub175 back with another Pokemon Duel video, and we're going to be jumping right into the action for the pre-tournament event, looking at things from our opponent's perspective, Teedle. And you guys already kind of know what I'm running. I've been running this fire deck for quite a while. With the Flame Sphere, everything's leveled up really good, everything's got a few chains, some more than others. Looking at the opponent's loadout here, okay, and he's got a pretty decent team. Chain level 10, Deoxys attack form, kind of a psychic deck with the Oricorio PAL style. So let's go ahead, we're going to jump into the matchup now. I love when the opponent starts from their right side. It doesn't allow them to attack us, and then we're going to be able to surround our goal, no problem. He's going to bring up Mew, and haven't seen Mew in quite a while. But we got most of our Pokemon out, and we still have yet to play the Flame Sphere. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cover up the goal. He's going to attack the Arcanine. You guys know Mew cannot be knocked out if it lands its Hypersonic, anything 100 or above. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do the Flame Sphere. Now I'm hoping to get an easy evolution out of this Houndoom. And I'm like, okay, I want to hit the white, most likely, but the Mew hits the Psychic, so I'm like, okay, we got to hit the Roar. No, we're going to hit double white, the Bite attack. And he's going to be hopping over with Lunala, and if he attacks here and knocks us out, it's not going to be the worst problem. I mean, yeah, we've already used our double chance, so Arcanine really needs to come through for us and land a physical attack. Boom, and we're going to get the Flare Blitz. I'd rather see Gold in that situation, and he's going for a surround, but we're running double max revive, so we're going to be able to come out, surround Mew, no problem, and we eliminated all the threats. Now we're going to be going for the evolution, and we're going to get it. It's Crunch, my bad. I thought it was Bite, but it's Crunch. And we're going to evolve into a Houndoom. Now, I'm kind of considering keeping one Houndoom, because if that Mew gets cycled back, it could be an issue, because a lot of our Pokemon, aren't really equipped to deal with Mew. He's going to be pressing forward with the Shiny Rayquaza. We're going to be coming out, going for the Burn. And we're going to get knocked right back out, but no problem. No problem at all. Here comes the Deoxys attack form, and we have a pretty good matchup for both the attack form and the Shiny Rayquaza. He's going to pull off the Pokemon Switch, and I'm just going to come up and surround, no problem. I mean, we can always burn that Rayquaza again, but I'm going to be moving up. I want to get rid of this Oricorio. Roost is going to go off, all right. I'm kind of looking for a knockout, or if we can get lucky enough to burn it so we can just get past it. But Arcanine's going to be the best choice because I don't want to get confused. I'm going to try to clear up this Deoxys attack form before that Shiny Rayquaza can get any closer, but we're going to hit a miss. And then he spins us again, knocking him out. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, it just makes no sense. So he's going to be pressing forward with Coco. I'm going to max revive. I want to just move up. I can kind of go after that Mew, but he's going to backtrack and attack. Meliwish is going to go off. Beautiful. We're not going to get burned. Flame Sphere is intact. We're going to be able to threaten game, and then now we can swing around, either get a knockout or potentially roar him if he hits the Psychic, but we're going to hit that miss, and it feels bad. But Mew is burned, and Mew isn't too bad at surviving against the Arcanine whenever it's burned, because it's most likely going to shift into the Shuttle Flip. And I'm going to try to knock out this Oricorio again. 150 extreme speed, get out of here, Oricorio, and now we're going to be able to press forward. And hopefully, I was kind of hoping for him to hit Fly or the Break Energy, but at least the Rayquaza's burned. Now we're going to be able to back up with Ho-Oh, and he's not going to attack, so we're going to take this opportunity to attack. Hopefully it hits Shuttle Flip. We're going to hit another miss. I'm like, dude, this deck is broken. It's ironic, really, because it's so good that you would think the deck is broken in that aspect, but it lands miss way too much. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. I feel like something is wrong with some of these Fire-type figures. Roar is going to go off, and I decline to take the evolution here because we're not burned, and Houndour is going to be a much better matchup for the Mew than our Houndoom would be. But, he sacrifices, gets the surround. I'm just kind of hoping to survive here, and we are going to get the Fire Blast. There's nothing that the Shiny Rayquaza is going to be able to hit. Look at that. Ho is it just a beast. Just a beast. So we're going to go after Mew here, hoping to get the white crunch. 69 is going to be just enough to get the job. Oh, it's going to be plenty, but I mean, it's going to be fine. That's fine for us to land that. We are going to take the evolution now, because now we want Houndoom to attack into this Lunala. Don't want to see the Moon Guy's beam, but it goes off. But lucky for us, we're able to get that Fiery Breath. And I'm going to back out of there. I don't want to get surrounded. Deoxys attack form is going to come out, so we're just going to take our Arcanine out, and the opponent rage quits. He had enough, and he quit. I think he came back a couple of times, and he just kept ending, or like closing out the app, like kind of just that mad that he keeps rejoining and leaving. So it is what it is. So getting into the next matchup, going up against Ariel. Okay, she's only 2,400 in League. Look at these plates. Recycle, X attack, some awakenings. I mean, the deck is pretty trash. Nothing is leveled up like all that great. Decidueye, you know, got the Aggron, got the Heat Rotom with a couple of chain levels. So, you know, the matchmaking was so horrible in this event, guys. It really was. And I kind of felt bad for her. I'm like, I mean, yeah, she's got pretty good figures. The deck, I mean, it's not good. It's not a good deck, but it's not bad. I mean, it's just kind of a combination of EXs that are all pretty good on their own. But, you know, we want to burn that Heat Rotom right away. So she already played that wrong. You do not want to allow your Heat Rotom to get a status effect, because otherwise you're not going to be getting that minus 30 from the ability. And Arcanine is going to come out, you know, try to get the knockout, but it's not going to happen. And I'm just like, oh man, yeah, that Decidueye. I had a pretty good feeling that we should survive that. Grass Knot is going to go off. That would have been an evolution, but we're going to hit a miss. What else is new? What else is new? So I'm going to try to go after this Heat Rotom. Want to get rid of it. There we go. We're going to get the knockout. Those Heat Rotom are definitely a problem. For me anyway, running a completely fire deck build. A full fire deck build, if you don't have Heat Rotom and the opponent does, it's just going to be really tough to try to win that. And I come up just trying to get the burn, but we're actually going to get the Roar into the Flare Blitz, and we are going to get the evolution. Definitely going to take that. Definitely going to take that. Now this is my Houndoom that has only one chain level. It's still level 9, but it only has the one chain level. And then we're going to hit another miss. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move up Ho. And we are going to get the knockout. Not going to get burned. Flame Sphere protecting us from that. So I'm going to come over, try to get rid of this Decidueye. And if we get knocked out, then we should be able to get our Pokemon back anyway. Moving up with the Shiny Rayquaza, we have weight. I would have really loved to have, you know, advanced there with the Ho, but the Spirit Shackle is definitely a problem. Break Energy is going to go off into the Sucker Punch. Yeah, it's pretty lucky for me. And we're just trying to burn this Aggron, and we are going to get the evolution for the Roar. It's so nice being able to evolve off of that 2-star purple. I really wish Growlithe had a better wheel. It's just, you know, you have to have the right matchups for Growlithe. You really do. It's. I mean, yeah, the consolation is that you can burn them, but, you know, Houndour works much better as a burn machine because of the ability. And then you have the purple for survivability. Just a Growlithe, just really not digging it. And yeah, so the burn's going to go off, and we're going to be able to choose to burn the Heat Rotom if it spins white, and it does. So we have a lot of burn Pokemon on the field, and we have 2 Houndoom. So we're doing a ton of damage, but we're not going to do any damage if we land miss, which I don't even know how many that is. But I know it's at least 3 or 4 misses already just from this duel. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Decidueye is going to jump over. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to protect my Heat Rotom just in case, you know, the Decidueye gets really lucky. Got pretty good odds here. Not if we land miss. I'm like, this is straight trash, guys. It really is. So, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to double chance, try to get rid of this Blaziken. Cyclone Kick's going to go off, so I got to hope for purple or gold. And we're going to get the Flame Thrower now. In hindsight, maybe I should have backtracked and attacked this Decidueye, because if the Decidueye gets the knockout here, it's GG. And she gets the knockout. There's nothing we can do. We don't have Gold Block, and she has the Heat Rotom, which, to be honest, I feel like was just a happy accident for her. You know, I'm not even sure that she really set up knowing that that was the situation that she was putting herself in, but she gets the win due to just complete trash RNG. So that's kind of the problem with these events. You're going to get put up against an opponent. I mean, her league rating was low. Her event rating was super low. I mean, she's probably below 1,500 even. It was bad. I lost like 34 points on that. It was, yeah, I was pretty triggered. I'm not going to lie. So getting into the next matchup, let's go ahead. We're going to move on. Drew, moving up with the Sableye. We're going to backtrack with our, we're not going to backtrack, but we're going to bring out our other Arcanine to protect the goal, and they're going to hop over and attack. I mean, I guess it was kind of like maybe 50-50, you know, that we land gold or we land our purple or white or miss. I don't know. I think that was a little bit too much wishful thinking, you know, like hoping for a little bit too much. So we're going to move up. We're going to burn this Rayquaza, and we're going to land a miss. And just something I wanted to point out. You know, we're hitting misses on, like, fully healthy Pokemon. It'd be different if we were burned or we had a, you know, paralysis or something. We had, like, a larger miss. We were missing an attack slice, but, I mean, these are, like, completely healthy Pokemon. Let's see. Oh, man, it feels bad. I mean, it doesn't matter. I was just kind of looking to cycle, but just annoying. It really is. So we're going to be moving up with our Houndoom. And here comes Lunala. Of course, Moonguy's Beam is going to go off. And, like, I was happy about that. I'm like, okay, we don't have to cover goal. And we get to keep our Heat Rotom on the field. And we have another Arcanine ready to go. So I don't know that that was the right call, but I mean, either way, the Lunala didn't have much of a chance to survive there. So we're going to move up, try to burn or evolve off of this Terrakion, and, you know, just going to be able to burn it. No evolution just yet. And the Heatran, going to land the Crunch, dropping 30 points. I'm telling you guys, like, this Heat Rotom's so good. It really is. Now, see, if I had 3 Houndoom, I would want to be running 3, but at the same time, like, I kind of feel like I need this Heat Rotom now. I really do. Because it's like every time that I go up against an opponent that doesn't have a Heat Rotom and they're running a Fire deck, like, I'm at such an advantage. I really feel that way. And if they do have a Heat Rotom, then we're going to kind of cancel each other out, and it's going to come down to whoever can knock out the opponent's figure that's holding the Flame Sphere plate, or, you know, so we can status their Heat Rotom, because, you know, if it has a status effect, it's not going to be able to do that -30. And it's pretty good on its own. I mean, it has some blue. Mine likes to land the Discharge. It's got that weak attack. But, I mean, it's still got a pretty powerful attack. And usually you don't have to worry about the drawback of having that miss for one turn when you're being defensive with it. But, you know, we're going to move up, burn the Lunala. Drew's going to be going defensive with the Heatran. We're going to come over. We have a pretty good chance of knocking out Lunala here. Flare Blitz is going to go off. I'd like to see the extreme speed, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. We're going to be able to hop over the Heatran, which is really nice. Drew is still holding on to the long throw, so that's going to go off. He's bringing Shiny Rayquaza back, so we're going to try to get rid of this Terrakion. Searing Shot, and, you know, is what it is. They're already burned. We're not going to get the knockout, so I'm a little bit concerned because that Heatran could Magma Slide our Heat Rotom. Even though we wouldn't get burned, we'd still be moved. But, I mean, we can always just hop back over with the Arcanine, so it's not that big of an issue. But, yeah, we're going to take that evolution. Definitely going to take the evolution. And to be honest, I haven't really had, like, too many problems trying to get an evolution into the Houndoom. Sometimes it takes a few cycles. You know, if you get locked down, I mean, it can be an issue. But, you know, for the most part, we've been doing pretty good. So far, we've only lost to Aerial, which is you know, I think it's saying something. I don't know what to tell you guys. But that was our loss so far up to this point. We've only lost one duel. I think, you know, we're like a 13-1. Yeah, so we're going to be moving up with the Houndoom. We should have a pretty good chance here. Now we're going to land a miss. Do you guys see all these misses? Like, most of these duels are pretty close to each other. So it's not like I'm showing you guys like these 1 or 2 duels where like I just hit an insane amount of miss. Like, it's every match. Every match I'm hitting all these misses. I don't get it. There's plenty of other Pokemon that have 8 base miss, and they don't miss half as much as these Pokemon. So I'm wondering if it's where their miss is located on the wheel. You know, it's maybe something worth looking into to kind of see like where on the list these misses are at, and if Pokemon are, you know, more prone to land that section of the wheel. Because it's like we still don't really understand how the RNG works in the game, you know? Like, you would think it's going to be, you know, like 1 through 96, and it's just going to randomly select that number, and whichever attack falls in on that number, that's the attack that you get. But I'm not convinced that that's how it works. I'm really not. Like, I'm convinced that it's like, okay, you know, there's 4 different wheel slices, you know, including the miss. He's got 3 attacks, 2 white, 1 purple, 1 miss. And I feel like the game maybe just randomly selects one of those, to be honest. And it's like, yeah, you have more of a chance of landing it if it's bigger somehow, but... okay, enough with the RNG rant. So, Fly is going to go off. Here comes Sableye. I'm just trying to cycle this Ho, and I cannot get it done, but finally we're going to be able to shift into the Rainbow Wing and get the cycle off. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, okay, don't hit Confuse Ray. Okay. Will-O-Wisp is fine because we cannot be burned. So I want to burn this Rayquaza. Fly is going to go off, and they're going to backtrack. Burned, our Arcanine just waiting on the prowl to go in for the goal. And we're going to be moving up with our Houndour. I'm kind of hoping maybe we could have pulled off like a little cheese, you know, because with the Flame Sphere you can just move through the burned Pokemon. But we're going to get that evolution against the Blaziken. I mean, the Blaziken was burned, but yeah, we got both Houndoom on board now. And it's Overheat. Yeah, Overheat's going to go off. And we should be able to get the knockout here, no problem. Flare Blitz is going to go off. So I'm like, okay, we're going to move up here. We're in pretty good shape. We should be able to win this if we land gold, and we do. 142 extreme speed. Like, these fire decks are fun. I know they're annoying. They're really tough to deal with, but it's pretty fun to run. And I really love that purple attack on the Houndoom, because you burn the opponent no matter what, and then you can burn a Pokemon within a couple of steps. And then Drew just decides to forfeit. I mean, he was pretty outmatched at that point, but there were some close calls. I mean, he definitely put up a pretty good fight for the deck that he was running, so GG to Drew. So we're going to be getting into the next matchup. Take a look at our next opponent, 1979. That's his league rating. I mean, nothing is even leveled up. You would think Gyarados would at least have the most, you know, experience, chain levels, or whatever. But, yeah. This opponent was also below 1500. So, rushing with the Torracat, I'm actually pretty scared. And I'm like, you know what? I got a double chance here, because Fake Out right there. That's the reason we would have lost if we would have just put our Houndour on the goal. And thank you, Arcanine. Thank you so much for landing the extreme speed. Dude, if we would have lost that. And that's the problem with this game, guys. It's kind of the problem with the matchmaking in these, you know, quote-unquote tournament or pre-tournament events. It's, you know, the matchmaking is just so bad. And there's really, I mean, we're not getting anything out of this. If we win, we're going to be lucky to see 10 points. If we lose, we're probably going to be losing 34 to 40 some points. And then the opponent quits. So literally just YOLO'd after our goal. After they lost a couple of spins. they forfeit. So, I mean, dude, there's just way too much punish for the higher ranked opponents. But we did level up our Pokemon a little bit more, and I wanted to show you guys, if you take a look, see how you can't select the Pokemon by looking at them, and the background was green. You guys know how we got that new green look? But here in the pre-tournament, you can actually see the evolutions by tapping on them. You know, if you go to another deck and you're like, oh, what's this Mega Gengar? You can click right on it, and you can see we got the old background here. So I don't know if this is working on an old, system that they used, but man, I miss this. Don't you guys miss this? Being able to just go into your deck and check your evolutions that way. Looking through the leaderboards, being able to check evolutions in the featured duels. But yeah, we were 13-1 to this point. So I guess whenever I was saying 13-1, I think we were 12-1. So at this point, 13-1, 1782, 658th place. Not too bad. We have a few hours left, so I'm going to be trying to grind. Really, I was grinding, trying to get as many wins in as I could before the event ended. I wanted to try to get into the top 256, I think it is. 256. And then you get the 50 Carmonite, and then it's like 128 for the 100 Carmonite. So going up against Alex here, ranked up there pretty good. Also running a fire deck, evolution from the Growlithe. Pokemon are leveled up pretty good. I feel like we got more chains than him. Level 10, ours is only level 9, decreasing the flamethrower completely. So that's a huge portion of the wheel. Level 10, chain level 10, and no chains, level 5. So you guys already know what we're running, and we have the Heat Rotom. So pretty happy about that. I'm going to be bringing out Ho because if he wants to come in for the attack, I want to be able to Rainbow Wing. I don't want to give him the opportunity to evolve off our Houndour. And Alex is going to play the Flame Sphere. So we're going to be doing the same thing. We don't want to get burned. He's not going to be getting burned. And yeah, man, this is definitely going to be a game of chess and chain levels. So we do have kind of the advantage with some chain levels. And Houndoom is he's kind of pressing right up against us. And I'm trying to think on what to do. I wasn't trying to be like, a troll bouncing back and forth. I was literally trying to decide like, one wrong move could mean the game. And he's going to move up. Really good play. Takes out our Houndour. He's not going to get burned. And I'm in a tough position here. So I'm like, what? We're just going to use the double chance now. I want to make sure we hit gold. We get the winning roll. I shouldn't have respun, but I do because I'm like, dude, just don't miss. And we get the knockout. So here comes the Houndoom taking over the entry point. We're blocked in, guys. We are. And he's going to try to block us off with the Houndour. I'm going to go for the attack because we're getting that minus 30. But he, dude, do you know what the odds are of that? His sucker punch is so small. And our Searing Shot's so small. But he misplays. He covers our entry. We're able to max survive with our Arcanine. We get a free surround. So that was pretty nice. So let's see. Yeah, look at this. 15. A 15 Will Slice. So that's a 15 and 96. Up against a 20 and 96. So that's pretty much like maybe just over 3%. Like a 3% chance of that happening. Just it's super frustrating. But it is what it is. It's RNG. It's RNG. So X speed is going to go off. I'm hoping for crunch into crunch or roar into roar, but he's going to get the favorable outcome. He's going to get the evolution into his other Houndoom. So he's got both Houndoom on the field, and we have 0. So I'm a little bit scared, but Rainbow Wing is going to go off, and we're going to be able to get the surround with the Max Revive. So we're going to have to burn Max Revive, but we are setting up the evolution for his Growlithe. He's going to X speed or X attack, and I'm hoping for the purple. Not going to happen. X attack really coming in clutch for him there. Really coming in clutch. So he's going to take that evolution into the Arcanine. Evolved Arcanine, so we're going to hop over. He hops over. We're going to be moving up with our Ho, and we're going to be going in for the attack. So we've kind of cleared up some pressure on our side of the board. He moves in, but he doesn't attack. I'm not really sure why, but, feels bad. Our Ho is going to get knocked out, but we are going to get both Houndour back. Fiery Breath is going to go off. Really happy to see that. you know, I don't know why, but my Heat Rotom doesn't come in very clutch. I'm thinking about taking all of the expansions and putting them all into blue. I put them all in. It's level 9. I put them all into the overheat except for one, so we can keep the blue over the weak white attack, the discharge. So we want to keep that blue revert. You know, it's pretty big. But yeah, we're gonna get knocked out. He's gonna move up with the Arcanine. Ho is gonna be coming out, and I'm gonna move over, try to get this knockout or cycle. He's gonna hit the miss. So, you know, I'm kind of happy that we're not the only ones landing this. And Flare Blitz is gonna go off. Minus 30 is so devastating. I'm telling you guys, if you're running a fire deck and you're not running a Heat Rotom, and you're in the high 3,000s, you know, 33, 34,000, somewhere in there, you definitely may want to be putting Heat Rotom on your deck. So we're going to be moving in from the backside. That's something that I wanted to talk about. You know, that like we had great odds, and then we can surround with Ho. And all we needed to do was land the extreme speed, and thank you, Arcanine. You finally come in clutch. We just need you to get that one attack on the defense, and that's game. So GG to Alex, you know, with that Heat Rotom, he was at such a disadvantage, but, you know, put us in a few tough situations. Well played. Next opponent going up against Thor, which, to my surprise, is actually a subscriber to the channel. So Thor, if you're watching this, bro, you know, GG. We're going to go ahead, we're going to take a look and see how this unfolds. So we hit a miss, Melee Wish is going to go off, and then he spins into the dodge. So, you know, feels bad. It would have been nice to get the knockout there, but, you know, there's a pretty good chance that we're going to be getting knocked out anyway. But then he Pokemon switches. So, I mean, either way, anything that attacks me is going to be getting burned. And he's got the Mega Lucario. Lucario, level 7 with the Silver Fist. You're not able to knock him out with gold attacks unless he has a status effect. Same with Mega Lucario, but also he protects the fighting and steel types that are all onto the field. So it's pretty nice, and hitting for a base 140, you know, it's not too bad, really. I mean, and then if you can get the evolution from the Riolu, then, you know, it's going to be doing 150. But it's still a tough evolution to evolve into the Lucario. And his Zapdos attacks. Thunder Charge goes off. So we're able to burn the Zap. So I'm like, you know, we're going to be getting knocked out most likely anyway. So I'm going to take this opportunity to move up and burn the Aggron. So pretty good. Pretty good exchange there. We made him use a Pokemon Switch, and then we burn both of his figures. We have our other Houndour blocking the Blaze, or we could have moved over there and burned the Lucario, but he does have the Mega. So I don't want to get my Houndour knocked out before he uses that Mega Plate. And even though he can't be knocked out by Gold, Lucario, Mega Lucario, like, we still have a pretty good chance of just going neutral. You know, if he lands at purple, he's not going to get knocked out, but, you know, we're not going to get knocked out. So I'm going to go after this Zapdos. We have really good odds. We do get rid of it. You know, you don't want to play around too much with letting your entry points getting taken over, even if you think you can win the roll at any time. You know, you want to at least keep one cleared out. So I let him surround my Ho as well because, you know, we're just getting Pokemon back, and wanted to get rid of that Zapdos. So he does go Mega Lucario here, and I'm just hoping to survive, and he hits that one miss. I'm like, dude, I know your pain, but we're going to swing around. We're going to, you know, get rid of that Mega Lucario ASAP, and it kind of sucks. Aggron's already burned, so, you know, it was worth it, though. It was worth it to get rid of that Mega Lucario, definitely. So we have another Houndour moving down the left flank. Heat Rotom's going to be moving in with that X attack, and it's going to pay out. It's going to pay out 171. So I'm like, okay, well, we could go up and take the entry point, but we're still not able to get by the Aggron. So I'm going to just go ahead and max revive one more time. And I didn't want to attack because I figured he was going to have to attack if he wanted a chance at moving forward. And dude, Coco gets the knockout. I'm kind of sweating. I thought he was going to go for the attack again, but he doesn't. So we're going to go ahead and bring out the Heat Rotom. Okay. You know, that's fine. I was kind of hoping for a purple, but we have our Flame Sphere back. We have our Heat Rotom. He's burned. He's no longer getting the -30 for, you know, the fire versus fire matchups, but we are. And, you know, our Houndour just cannot survive right now. So we're able to get out the right entry point with Arcanine. I'm not sure if, you know, he missed that, but definitely caught him off guard there. We couldn't win him for the surround, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to mess around. We have good odds against this Aggron, and we have really good odds against the Heat Rotom. So we get the knockout. Now he's going to have to be able to try to get the knockout with his Heat Rotom. And I'm like, just land purple or gold, Arcanine, please. Let's go. And that's going to be GG. So GG to Thor, man. It was, you know, he definitely had us against the ropes. His team, I kind of like it, to be honest. I really do. So getting into the next matchup, and you guys are not going to believe who. We're going up against Thor again. I think we had one match in between us, or at least for me. I think I played one other match after we played, and then I got matched up against him again. I'm like, what? Dude, I've never played the same person twice in one event for days, especially not one within a couple of matches. So, like, I don't know, man. There just must not have been that many people playing. But he's going to go ahead, Pokemon switch. Lucario, we know he has the Mega, so we're not going to waste our Houndour by trying to burn him. And here comes Coco. Pretty good play. Melee Wish is going to go off. He respins and hits a miss. I'm like, oh my God. Like, rule number 2, man. Poke Fodder's rule. Number 2, never respin if the first spin is a winning roll. Whether it's a knockout or just a neutral turn, it's too risky. So we are going to get that evolution. We have our first Houndoom. This is looking good. He is going to go Mega Lucario. Man. And he gets the Aura Sphere. So we hit Flamethrower. He's going to be able to knock us out, send us to the PC. So now we're going to be able to stick that Houndour right in his face, and he doesn't want to attack that. He really doesn't. So I'm going to double chance here. We have favorable odds. I'm like, okay, awesome. We're going to get the knockout, no problem. He only hits a 1 jet kick. He gets weight and stays on the board. I'm like, what? Mega Lucario, man. And I knew it. I had already read it. But, yeah, fighting types and steel types are not going to be able to be knocked out by gold attacks as long as they're not status. So we wasted a plate, wasted a turn, essentially. And, yeah, man, that's, like, gotta read the abilities on Pokemon, man. You gotta know what you're up against. So that's pretty good for us. Dodge is going to go off. We're going to be able to burn him. He's backed him up, so we're not going to be able to get the evolution with a roar, but, you know, I'll take the burn. Take the burn. Here comes Aggron. I'm going to jump over, and I'm going to block him and try to burn him, hit the roar. Brutal Swing is going to go off. That's fine. We hit roar, so it kind of sucks, like, but he's going to stick us right back there. I'm fine with that. We should be able to get the knockout here. No problem. And we are. We are going to get the knockout, and we get rid of that Aggron. It's so hard to deal with these fire decks. It really is. Like they're fun to use, and it's fun to win, but at the same time, like, there's not a whole lot that counters them. There's definitely a list that I'm working on, guys. There's going to be a video pretty soon. Within the next day, maybe 2, I'm going to be talking about some of the best figures to use against these Arcanine whenever they're burned or paralyzed, because that matters, you know. You know, strictly talking if you're burned or paralyzed. And, yeah, try to see, you know, kind of what may be one of the best decks to try to counter. That could potentially do really well against other decks as well. So we are going to be able to get the knockout there. And we got a nice surround there as well earlier with the max revive. So X attack is going to go off. He's going to try to get rid of this Houndoom. I'm looking for purple. But he's just going to hit a miss. So that feels pretty bad. You know. Thor not getting the best of RNG right now either, but I mean, again, our deck is just, it's pretty strong. Cyclone Kick's going to go off, so that was really nice for him. And now here, it could go either way, but we are going to get damage into damage. Flamethrower is going to go off, and that's going to be GG. So, you know, twice up against Thor. He is a subscriber. Shout out Thor. Really good matchups. Sorry to, you know, cost you some rating, because I know we only had about a half an hour left of the event at that time. So, yeah, we were both trying to grind, try to, you know, get those last couple wins in. matchmaking was really bad. I think he was like one of the highest ranked opponents that I got in like 5 or 6 matches. So I was just happy to have a chance to get a few more points than I normally would. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the opponent. He's got the Spiritomb, right? 0 MP. He's got the Shaman Skyform. When Skyform's on the field, he's going to be able to bring any Pokemon that has 0 MP or 1 MP. They're going to get a plus 1 MP. Also, within 2 steps, he's going to be able to give an MP buff on the field as well. So, Spiritomb, able to make you spin. If you land white, you're cursed. You know, he's got Curse on his wheel. Wobbuffet, if you guys haven't seen Wobbuffet in a while, it's not able to attack, but it has counter. So it's got a sizable miss, but there's a lot of Carmenite into it. Figures are leveled up pretty good. Recycle, you know, a couple of scoop ups for the Spiritomb. So I'm already like making a huge misplay. I got Ho-Oh on the field already. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use the Flame Sphere. Here comes the Grudge Stone. Spins us. We get the Rainbow Wing, which is really lucky again. Making a huge misplay. I'm just bringing more figures out, knowing that he's going to scoop up, go for it again, and we hit a miss. Like, dude, we're getting so lucky. We should be cursed right now. So I'm like, I got to get this thing knocked out. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't care. I just wanted to get Ho knocked out. I'm like, I got to get him off the field. So really close call, like huge misplay on my part. When you see this setup, you keep Ho on the bench, guys, until you can get rid of that Spiritomb. Or you know that it's not going to be able to like be scooped up or a Pokemon switched. You cannot let your Ho get banished. Not with this deck. So yeah, down. Both our Houndour are down. We have Ho back, and we were able to kind of weather the storm. I'm like, I got to get rid of this Spiritomb here. Flare Blitz is going to go off. He's going to shift into the curse, and I'm going to get surrounded. I'm going to get surrounded, and I'm going to get banished. Goodbye, Arcanine. But we have Ho for backup. We can get him back if we can keep Ho from being cursed and banished as well. So, yeah, we're going to be able to take that knockout, move up. And it's like, do I go after this freaking Spiritomb? No. Like, because if he gets lucky again and curses us, I don't want to be down 2 figures. So that was pretty fortunate. Roar's going to go off. We're going to be able to get the evolution. It's our Houndour that only has, the Houndoom that only has 1 chain level, but Houndoom is a Houndoom, right? So we're going to be able to get the knockout. I'm like, all right, let's go. We don't have to worry about the Spiritomb for a little bit. So Shaman Skyform is going to be coming out. I'm sure he wants to cycle and try to get that Spiritomb back. But, you know, he has to have the Shaman Skyform to be able to get it off the bench. So, yeah, we're going to be able to take that knockout with our Arcanine. And we're in pretty good shape. We have Ho. I'm going to go for the attack. I just want to cycle him out quickly and get our Pokemon back. So if you'll see, we'll get our Houndour, and our our Arcanine comes flying in from the... I'm not sure where they go to. It's not the Ultra Space, but the Underworld, I guess. And, yeah, so burned Rayquaza, not too worried about it. We have a Houndoom threatening the other entry point. Searing Shot's going to go off. And now, okay, I'm a little bit concerned, so I'm going to backtrack. Kind of hoping for a fly here, so because we have a fly trap set up. But we are going to get the overheat, so we're going to be able to out-damage that shiny Rayquaza. We're going to move up, attack this Aggron, just hoping for white or purple. And that's going to go off. We're going to get rid of it. So we have Arcanine there. We're not able to move past that Wobbuffet because it's not burned, unfortunately. And I'm going to go ahead and max revive. Bring our Houndour down. Spiritomb is back because Shaman Skyform is on the field. And he's going to curse our Houndour. And I'm like, it's all right. I'm good with that. We have Ho. As long as Ho is safe and we can get rid of that Spiritomb, we should be good. So Destiny Bond is going to go off. We're both going to get knocked out. I'm going to move up. Again, we're cursed. I'm looking maybe for a Moongeist Beam, but Roar is going to go off. We're not going to get the evolution, though. So I'm just going to move in here. I'm like, okay, that's kind of what I wanted. Now, I'm just hoping to land white, and we do. 59 is going to beat the 41. It's pretty lucky, but, you know, that's kind of what I was hoping for. And we're going to, look at that, we have both Houndoom guarding the entry points, and we hop over, the opponent forfeits, and GG. Like, I was pretty frightened. Like, you know, I have a feeling the third time would have been a charm. He would have been able to get the curse on our hoe. But lucky for us, we were able to win that one. It was definitely a little bit scary. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of those battles. It was pretty insane. We ended up 204th. And a big shout out to NOSR of the N Guild. First place. 2233, running double Poliwrath with the Tapu Fini, Terrakion. He's got the Mega Ampharos. He's got the Genesect with some of the Dry Plates. I like this deck. It's going to be pretty good for Ultra Beasts. You can use Tapu Fini to banish Ho for some of the fire decks and also confuse the Arcanine. So a lot of different clans, guilds up here in the top of the leaderboards. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take a look here. So NOSR was top of the N clan. Then we have GL Fear with 2 E's running an Ultra Beast deck. So top of the Gamer Latino guild. X Tarvold, top X clan member. Then we have this is N Kiro. Always kind of curious to see what Kiro. I've seen this player up at the top a lot, but second place for the N guild, right? So that was the first N. Yeah, second N. So let's see. This is going to be the first like Japanese clan that we see with the crucifix. Like, I don't know if they're Christians or just a crucifix. And then the D clan, D Rai, 3 Tapu Fini, 2 Poliwrath, and then the Altara with the Mega Altara. I feel like this is one of the best decks to go up against some of the fire decks, because you can use these Tapu Fini, banish the Ho, banish an Arcanine, like, you know, get rid of the Ho first, and then you can use that Mega Altara to be able to bring your Tapu Fini back. So I'd love to see some matches. If you guys have any dual IDs with that kind of deck build against fire decks, I'd love to see it, just to check it out. But Lou in there. But yeah, a lot of good players. So if we would have been able to get into 2023, it looks like 2022, 2023, we would have been in the top 128. So we're 1966. So we weren't too far off. I think if we would have been able to get a few more matches, depending how the matchmaking was, yeah, 128. So we were 204th, and we went 22-1, guys. Not that it means a whole lot, but 22-1, we had some pretty good players. Matchmaking was pretty bad. We got a lot of noobs. I'd say at least 6 or 7 of these were probably kind of lower ranked players, but we had some pretty good players that we went up against. I don't know. It was kind of a mixture, but I just felt like even if we were up against a decent player that had a decent league rating, like their event rating was always lower than me. I think maybe 3 or 4 matches I actually got an opponent that had a higher event rating than me. So the matchmaking is pretty bad. I mean, 23 total matches. If we would have been able to get all 50 done, I definitely think we would have been able to make it into the top, 128. It's because we almost made it there. We're like, 60 points away, and we only played 23 duels. So we didn't, we still had another, 27 duels we could have played. So yeah, definitely should have been able to make it into the top. But rewards are going to be distributed between the 19th and the 22nd. So you should be expecting your UX, gold, and metal, which is going to be pretty nice. We also have a Alolan Sandslash and a Alolan Sandshrew. Pretty excited to see what these Pokemon are going to look like. Alolan Sandshrew we know has Sandveil. I think there's also another attack that prevents it from being knocked out if it's below 50 or below, something like that. So hopefully it still has Sandveil. They're ice type Pokemon, so maybe they're going to have some type of freeze mechanic. I don't know if they're going to freeze you when you battle them, or if they get knocked out they freeze you, but it's maybe going to press people to use more fire decks and Flame Sphere. I don't know. Alolan Raichu was pretty awesome when it first came out. You know, being able to hit that double damage if they're paralyzed and moving through electric types. So Alolan Raichu was like one of the first really nice event exclusives. You know, we have this uncommon haul coming up too as well, which you guys are seeing. Yeah, big deal. 15 Carbonite for the first 3 wins. But my final opinion with this pre-tournament event is it's just too RNG based on matchmaking. You know, you got to get lucky to get higher ranked players to be able to get more points. I'd like to see them split people up between league classes and then just go by win and losses. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely leave a like if you guys did. Subscribe if you're new and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. And follow me on Twitter at KDub175 for bonus content and further discussions. We're always talking about something on Twitter. And until the next one, later guys.